And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. So the Premier League's back guys, and Liverpool got off to a winning start at Portman Road, as of course we beat Ipswich Town 2-0. Now a game, as I said, a cliche saying, a game of two halves. That's probably the best term to explain the game that we watched yesterday. Of course, I have done a bit of a deep dive into that on our sister channel, Panenka LFC. So for those of you that like statistics, analysts, deep dives into games, do check out our sister channel where we've discussed all of it. Link will be down there in the description to the video. But just to touch upon it in a more broader terms, I guess, yeah, good game. I mean, the first half for me, not good. Not good at all, to be fair. To Ipswich's credit, I thought they played very, very well in that sort of first half. But I did feel that they couldn't keep up that sort of intensity going in for the whole full 90 minutes and would have to be patient. But of course Arne Slot did make that sort of tactical change that he spoke about, bringing Kanate on instead of Jarell Quansah, and then things just looked up really from there. And of course, you know, linking up well, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Salah played very, very well. Jota, of course, getting a goal as well, and yeah, Ryan Gravenberch playing in that sort of number 6 role too. So it is pretty interesting, the tactical change. You know, having Klopp for so long, we've really always kind of felt that we just play that sort of one way, and tactically, it's quite good to change things about, and that's kind of what Arne Slot's all about, more of a tactical based manager. And you could see that there yesterday, of course, where he made those changes, and it in turn changed us throughout the match. But of course, I still do believe, looking at that game, despite the win, that of course we still do need a number 6, but according to reports, according to The Athletic, that's something that we're not probably going to be doing, which is super unfortunate. So maybe Gravenberch's going to be playing there also. Arne Slot obviously was asked about the sort of transfers and stuff like that yesterday after our 2-0 win, and basically stated that he don't think there's much of a problem in the first half as our midfield, and basically went on to speak about actual signings and stuff like that, and stated that he wouldn't hesitate to add a player in if they could. Obviously, Liverpool apparently in talks with Giorgio Marmadashvili, and after missing out on Zubimendi, fans are crying out for a number 6. But the head coach basically said, we have so many good players, but like I said, if we can find another one, we'll not hesitate to do so, but we all already have so many. So I'm not sure how you look at that, really, to be fair, from the manager. Is he talking about it in a way of, are we going to sign a player if something crops up? I think he's being very, you know, keeping it very shrewd, keeping very quiet, doesn't want to try and get excitement levels up. But it almost feels as though that we're not really going in for somebody, but maybe if something arises, we'll have to see. Do I think by the end of this month we'll not sign anyone? I mean, I would be really, really surprised. I know we're closing on that Marmadashvili, but I would be really surprised if we went into the season without adding some additions. You know, the noise from Fabrizio Romano and co was the fact that maybe we're looking at attacking areas, and once we got a defensive midfielder, then the dominoes would fall, so to speak, about getting new signings in through the door and a left centre-back or something like that. Loads of different areas of the pitch that we were trying to assess. But again, just after that Zubimendi deal collapsed, it seems it's been very, very quiet on that front. But one thing that hasn't been quiet, guys, has been with regards to outgoings. Now, this takes us to the main topic of today's video, guys, and a huge transfer twist, as it seems as though Joe Gomez now could be leaving the football club, despite reports stating that he was willing to stay and commit his future to the football club. Yes, Gomez was a valuable utility man under Jurgen Klopp, utilised across the defence with great effect last season, arguably one of the best in a red shirt. A late return from the Euros put him on the back foot in a bid to impress the new head coach, and speculation over his future has been consistent this summer. It amplified after playing just 16 minutes off of the bench against Sevilla in the penultimate pre-season game, and it has again having been left out of the 20-man squad for the Liga opener. He did not travel with the squad to Ipswich, and the Times' Paul Joyce reports that the 27-year-old is now exploring his options before the transfer window closes. Newcastle, Aston Villa, Fulham, Chelsea are clubs that are interested in him in Europe, with the Magpies known, as we've already discussed previously when the Anthony Gordon stuff came up. Joyce added that there is no guarantee he will leave the club before the end of the transfer window, but his absence on Saturday comes after a grown-up decision between him and the club. Liverpool are not forcing him out, but understandably Gomez is assessing his options options with a number of players ahead of him in the pecking order at centre-back and full-back. The Reds, however, cannot simply let a versatile and experienced player leave the club, especially without replacing him. The injury situation currently is a breath of fresh air, but no one can guarantee it stays that way when we have seen the time to there. So guys, it is a bit of a twist there with regards to Joe Gomez. I know there was reports stating that he could leave earlier on in the transfer window, but he came out and committed his future. And actually, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein and co all came out and said that he was committed to the cause and wanted to stay this season. So yeah, a bit of a twist there. Paul Joyce dropping a bit of a bomb there with regards to Mr. Joe Gomez. And as I said, we need to echo what I just said a minute ago. He's a very versatile player and played a huge part last season for us in that sort of injury exodus that we kind of had throughout the campaign. Was a player that could fill in various different positions and was a big part to us. In fact, I made a deep dive video on him because I thought he had been very, very underrated in what he did last season. But if he is going to be going out to the door, then obviously I wish him all of the best. But the club need to bring somebody in, you know, a versatile player that can play across the whole of that back line and even in the midfielder sometimes. That's how versatile he is. So sometimes I think it's best to just keep on to players like that, knowing our injury record in recent years. But unless that we've got something up our sleeve with regards to a potential transfer that could be coming in through the door. Maybe the club knows something that we don't know. But it does seem as though Mr. Joe Gomez is exploring his options as he looks to leave in a huge Liverpool transfer twist. So yeah, very, very interesting to see with regards to that. Of course, now we've only got a few more days. Well, really, it's another week before we're going to start playing pretty much Tuesday to Saturday every single week. And we've got our first home game of the season coming up this weekend. Big one, of course, against Brentford, I believe, on the Sunday, the 4:30 kickoff on the Super Sunday. Going to be an interesting one. I'm sure it's going to be really freaking loud there for Arne Slot's welcome, and he'll be looking to try and light up Anfield at the first time, and try and get another 3 points on the board. In terms of the Premier League table at this moment in time, look, I'm not going to get carried away looking at Premier League tables, of course, but there is only a few player teams that have won. Of course, Brighton did get a win; they sit top of the table. Arsenal got a win as well. Liverpool are basically on par with Arsenal. Got a win. Villa got a win. Man U got a win, and Newcastle got a win on the opening day of the season. But Liverpool fans, so let me know your thoughts on the game yesterday. Were you impressed with Arne Slot's first competitive game? Let me know your thoughts on the Joe Gomez transfer twist. Are you for or against letting him go? Again, let me know in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember to check out our summer collection. Link is down there in the description, or go to cobbiteclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.